Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. This is SmackDown and I am BrendenPlayz. And tonight we have ourselves a big championship match. It will be Braun Strowman defending the Intercontinental Championship against his rival, Cesaro. That is your main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But first, we have ourselves a tag team match to kick the show off. So let's get it underway. And we started off with the new team arriving here to SmackDown. We had a lot of new teams arriving, and this is the next one. They are the Revival. They are Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. They are known as the Revival. They've been a successful team down in NXT, and tonight they finally make their main roster debut. Well, originally we thought they were going to head over to Monday Night Raw, but that contract situation fell through and SmackDown swooped in and took them away, and they've got them here to join the brand and bolster up the tag team division. So this is a big opportunity here for the Revival. Obviously, as we've said, some new teams arriving here on SmackDown. Breezango, Gable and Benjamin, and now the Revival, of course, Sheamus and Cesaro, who we've yet to really see in the tag team division yet. I'm sure it won't be long, but some new teams here on SmackDown. Here comes a team that's had a pretty decent season of Universe Mode so far. The Hype Bros, Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley. They've been in the championship mix a couple times without much success, but they believe with a bit more experience under their belts, this team will get those tag team titles around their waist. An opportunity here tonight to beat the Revival, spoil their debut. It's a great chance here for the Hype Bros. Well, I guess you could say they've fallen down in the ranks a little bit with all these new teams arriving. The Hype Bros have found themselves sliding down the rankings a little bit. So what a great way it would be to get themselves back to the top by beating the Revival. And the Revival, of course, a bit of a throwback team. Plenty to like about the Revival. You know, they were a bit up and down in NXT. They had their moments where they were brilliant, but other times where they were down a little bit and they just couldn't quite string together the victories. But they believe they've had a bit of time off. They've been training, they've been working out, they've been working on their tag team moves and chemistry. They believe they are now the best that they have ever been. So if the Revival are going to come here and make a big run at these championships, then I guess now is the time. As we said, we saw Ty Dillinger make his debut on SmackDown last week. We'll see him in action against Eric Rowan later on. We'll see how he fares in that match. Is now Zack Ryder springing off the ropes. Beautiful moonsault there, and now a chance to put Scott Dawson away. Can he do it? No. Nicely done there by Zack, a move that you probably don't see too much from him, but he's bringing it out tonight in a big matchup. This is a big, big match for him. He's looking to step it up here. As Dawson with a right hand there. Now going to pick him up and go for the backbreaker there. So, as we said, lots of new teams here on SmackDown. Our tag team champions, Randy Orton and Rhino, Right KO, still have those championships despite all the strong competition coming their way. But I just get the feeling it won't be that long until we see those titles change hands. So Right KO maybe looking at the Revival next as their competitors, or maybe Gable and Benjamin another opportunity, or another team. You never know. But lots of great teams here on SmackDown right now, really looking to stamp their authority on this tag team division. Zack Ryder's trying to do it right now here against, well, Dash Wilder, who's the legal man right now. And the Hype Bros, they've had to iron out a few kinks. Not exactly the biggest fans of each other outside of the tag team. They don't exactly hang out, or not the best of friends. They don't exactly gel together. But sometimes, two opposites can make things work. Two guys who may not like each other personally can get it done in the ring, and that's all that matters. They don't have to be best of friends as long as they can get the job done in the ring. And I have to say, so far, they've been pretty good. They have been pretty good. As now the knee right there. Oh, catching the nose there of Dash Wilder. And now off of his feet, and working away on the leg again. And Wilder coming after Mojo Rawley. He's going to continue the pressure on him right now. As we've said, a bit of a throwback team, the Revival, looking just to beat down your opponents, not going to use any flashy moves. Won't see them fly off the top rope too much, and they're not afraid to do things like that. Bend the rules a little bit. As now he's going to head to the second rope here and just going to try and drop down the fist and the forearm. Couldn't quite connect though, but that top turnbuckle padding is gone. And head first! More! Head first! Multiple times! into the turnbuckle and the ropes there. Well, that's not good at all, but now the tag. Desperate tag. Well, Dash Wilder could be seriously hurt. Could have even cut it himself open there. It's now Dawson firing himself up here for his team. Wilder into the turnbuckle pad, the exposed turnbuckle, no padding there. Multiple times. That will hurt tremendously. Zack Ryder now heading to the second rope, looking to fly. He misses out. And Dawson trying to wear down his opponent. You can see Wilder still down to the outside. And he might be down for a little bit longer just yet. Zack Ryder in the corner now. This is not where you want to be, Zack. As now he's going to be hung up here. As Wilder looking as though he's going to get back to his feet. Get himself back in position to go to the apron. He's available for the tag again. Dawson lining up Zack and kicks him down. And will splash right down on Zack off the second rope. That's pretty effective. And oh, Zack Ryder though with a right hand takes down Dawson. Well, we have to go ahead and take a quick break in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, a massive announcement has just been made recently on the BrendenPlayz Twitter and Facebook page. It has been announced that Bobby Roode must defend the NXT Championship against Drew McIntyre in what will be a tables match. The NXT title on the line. Can McIntyre bring it back home to NXT? We are back in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It is still Zack Ryder and Scott Dawson going at it right now. The big clothesline there by Dawson. Dash Wilder would like to get the tag in, maybe. But I'm still feeling the effects, I think, of that turnbuckle. Exposed turnbuckle right into his face. That's going to hurt very much so. As now Zack gets him in the corner again. Dawson needs to try and fight his way out of here. The Hype Bros searching for a victory. And now Zack Ryder looking to try and close in on it right now. Here comes the Broski boot right to the corner, right to the face. And that could be it here. Dawson in trouble, but able to get the knee. Might need to find a tag and get the hell out of here right now. Otherwise, Zack Ryder could be able to try and get a victory here for his team. And he does so. Gets the tag. Massive tag now. And can Dash Wilder try and turn things around for the Revival here, who must win this match, you'd think. They don't want to start off with a loss. But the Hype Bros, they don't want to fall down the ranks any further. They've had some other teams step over them recently. They're sick of it. They want to try and step up themselves. Try and defend their position here in the tag team division. And now, looking to get him up to the top. Dawson moving out of the way to allow him to get there. And oh, a left hand there by Dawson. A cheap shot, keeping Zack to the top. Oh, you don't want to be here, Zack. He's about to go off the top of the rope here. Here comes a superplex. This is not good at all. Here's the cover. Zack Ryder could be in trouble. And a kick out. And, well, you can see Dash thought he had the match won there. He's disappointed. A bit frustrated that he didn't get the job done. And he may not be finished just yet. Looking to pick up Zack again. This time, Ryder with the counter. Right hand blocked. Now the right hand of his own by Wilder. Zack Ryder and Dash Wilder going back and forth right now. Which team is going to let up first? Who's going to be able to take advantage here? They thought Dash would be able to get there on Zack. Meanwhile, Scott Dawson trying to get himself in the ring, distracting the referee. It's the tactics that this team will use, the Revival. They'll do anything in their way, anything they can to try and get a win here. They're not afraid to cheat, not afraid to bend the rules just a little bit. They're not surprised. Sometimes the crowd can cheer for them. At times they've been fan favourites, other times not so much, despite their cheating ways. Whatever you think of them at the moment, it's Dash with a real chance here to put Zack Ryder away. Can he do it? Gonna try and bring in his tag team partner. Here comes the tag. This is not good, Zack Ryder. Here it comes. Shatter Machine. And that will be it for Zack Ryder. He just couldn't get the tag. Isolated. Mojo wants to get in and help. But Dash is straight there to shut that down. The Revival make their SmackDown debut and they win. They get the job done. They have done it and they have now officially made their arrival. Lots of action in the commercial break, but ultimately, after we came back from the break, it was the Revival coming back and getting the job done. An effective match from the Revival. They look really good out there. They're a team that says we are at our best. Well, they've got a lot to prove, but they are joining the ranks of SmackDown. They believe they could be tag team champions here one day. I believe them. That they've certainly got a lot to improve on if they are going to take down RKO, but they have certainly made a strong impression on their debut. Well, ladies and gentlemen, plenty more matches to come here on tonight's episode of 2K18 Universe Mode on SmackDown. Rusev will go one-on-one with Enzo. The match we spoke about earlier on, Ty Dillinger and Eric Rowan going one-on-one. Last week, Dillinger beat Harper. Can he beat Rowan this week? An interesting contest there for Dillinger. Must-win match for him. Rhino will go one-on-one with Shelton Benjamin, as RKO continuing their little rivalry here lately with Gable and Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin a chance to beat Rhino there and gain some momentum for his team. Becky Lynch will go one-on-one against Dana Brooke. Becky's trying to bounce back after losing her Women's Championship. And the main event, it's a big one. It's Cesaro versus Braun Strowman. IC title on the line. Can Strowman hang on to it? Cesaro is in red-hot form. He wants to be world champion, but he also has a chance now to be Intercontinental Champion as well. Can he get the job done? We'll find out later on. Rusev versus Enzo Amore. It's Rusev with the victory. Dillinger and Eric Rowan. It's going to be Ty Dillinger back-to-back victories. Starting off really, really well. Rhino and Shelton. Shelton Benjamin gets the victory over Rhino. Big win there for Benjamin. And Becky gets a win over Dana Brooke. We're backstage, ladies and gentlemen, here as our GM Edge backstage, busy working away. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns, he is in the locker room. And oh my goodness. Reigns has got himself a steel chair heading into the GM's office. Roman Reigns looking for a bit of revenge on last week's attack. Edge doesn't know what's coming. Oh my goodness, what a shot from behind with the steel chair. Now another one. Wow. Reigns relentless right now. Chair shots after chair shots. Puts the chair down. Now back to the fists. Kicking Edge. Right hands to follow, but Edge trying to fight back. Edge is not going to lay down without a fight. Edge some big shots, but Reigns now the headbutt. Blocks it down. Roman Reigns going to drive Edge straight into the wall. Last week you saw Edge lay out Roman Reigns with a few spears, as now the steel chairs continue. Edge managed to beat up Roman Reigns, get the upper hand as he announced that he was going to take on Reigns at TLC in a TLC match. Reigns will have to wait perhaps to the Royal Rumble for his championship opportunity, as now more steel chair shots. Roman Reigns not exactly thrilled about it. And now Reigns, right hand there to Edge. Look out, spear! Reigns with a spear! In Edge's office, the GM is getting beaten up. And now Reigns, another spear! The shoulder of Reigns driven into the GM. And of course, this is all allowed since these two men have a scheduled match at TLC. Physical contact can be made. Reigns is within his right to attack Edge. It's all legal and he cannot be fired over it. That is a part of the contract that was signed in this match. And Reigns is making full use of it. He has taken down the GM and a message has been fired back. Edge may have fired the first shot, but Reigns gets back one of his own. And the GM will be needing some medical attention tonight. No doubt he is really in pain. Well, tonight could be Cesaro's night. Last week he beat Chris Jericho, and many thought he was going to move on to challenge AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. But Braun Strowman came out last week and wanted a piece of Cesaro. And now this match has been made, as Cesaro's tag team partner and the man who will be in his corner tonight, Sheamus, arrives. It is Sheamus and Cesaro approaching the ring right now, but it's all about Cesaro tonight. Well, let's take you back to last episode of SmackDown. It was Strowman approaching the ring, looking to attack Cesaro. Obviously, these two men have had their differences for weeks now, but when Strowman tried to do so, Sheamus would help out his tag partner Cesaro. And in the end, Cesaro would make Strowman tap out again to that sharpshooter and take him down. It's been a successful month for Sheamus and Cesaro. And Cesaro has really excelled as a singles competitor, and many believe could be the next WWE Champion. Well, tonight he could be the next Intercontinental Champion because Braun Strowman must defend that title tonight. Strowman hasn't had to defend it too much recently, but Cesaro has done enough to get himself a chance at, I think, the IC title, but more in particular, that WWE Championship. If Cesaro can win here tonight, I think you've got to pretty much lock him in. AJ Styles still recovering after the beatdown from Roman Reigns at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. It was brutal. AJ really badly beaten down. Let's put this into thought. Maybe Braun Strowman, if he can beat Cesaro tonight, he might be the man to take on AJ Styles next. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. AJ Styles has been hearing a lot about Cesaro and how he's going to be the next man. So we'll see how AJ Styles responds next week to that claim. Let's hope that AJ is 100% ready to go for TLC. As we know, Roman Reigns, as we saw what happened to Edge, Reigns is certainly ready. He's ready to go. He wants that title shot. But he knows he's got to focus on Edge first at TLC, and then afterwards, we might see Reigns come after the WWE Champion. Who will it be? Will it be Cesaro? Will it be AJ? Could it even be Braun Strowman? Could it be somebody else? We'll have to find out in the future weeks. But right now, Braun Strowman, you can see the look in his eyes. He is focused tonight. He has wanted this opportunity at Cesaro for a while now. These two men simply do not like each other. Ever since Cesaro and Sheamus arrived as a tag team, they have targeted Braun Strowman. They have wanted to take this championship away from him. It's been all about targeting the biggest man on the brand. Take out the one guy who's the most dominant, and they believe Braun Strowman is that man. You take him out, you can take anybody out. It sends a big message to everybody in the locker room. And whilst they've had a 2-on-1 advantage for the majority of the time, they've been able to take down Braun Strowman pretty successfully. Right now, Strowman will have a chance at Cesaro. We're told that Sheamus needs to try and stay out of it, but we all know he probably will get himself involved in some capacity. Well, let's just hope we see a clear, definitive winner here tonight. I want to see who is the better man out of these two. We've seen these two battle over the IC title in the past, with Braun Strowman beating Cesaro. Of course, afterwards, Sheamus did beat up Strowman, and that was the beginning of this pairing between Sheamus and Cesaro. Cesaro has been a former IC champion in the past. He's been a former tag team champion and US champion. The only title that's eluded him has been the world title. That's why he's chasing it down so much in recent times. He wants to be that champion. He wants to finally prove everybody wrong that he's not world title material. Many believe it. I personally believe Cesaro has all the tools to get there. Right now, Cesaro bouncing off the monster among men, Braun Strowman, stopping away there on the abdomen region of Cesaro. Now the cover here. Strowman trying to put him away. Can't do it. Well, with the help of Sheamus, Cesaro has certainly gone to another level in recent times. And it can help. You know, Sheamus, former world champion, having him in your corner, that's huge. And Cesaro's been able to utilize that. They've worked so well as a team. They were effective in that Survivor Series team match. Of course, Team Reigns beating Team Edge. Now Sheamus on the rope there, distracting Strowman for a split second and allowing Cesaro to hit the neckbreaker. So we wanted Sheamus not to get himself involved too much tonight. I think we're asking for a little bit too much straight away, getting himself involved. Just going back to that Survivor Series match, it was Sheamus Cesaro representing Team Reigns, and that team was victorious. Now Sheamus was eliminated first in that match for Team Reigns, the only man to be eliminated for Team Reigns on that occasion. But Cesaro got two massive eliminations, and many believe Cesaro deserved an opportunity to step up into the main event afterwards because his performance was so good. And then Edge wanted to test him out, see if it really was just a performance of the night, and just a terrific night for him, or he could back it up the next night, and he did. He beat Chris Jericho last week, and I think, in my opinion, he kind of put himself on the map here as a potential candidate for that championship that AJ Styles currently has, the WWE title. Right now, Cesaro with the cover, can't do it. Braun Strowman would love just to get rid of Cesaro. You know, it's been Cesaro and Sheamus hunting him down, and Strowman's had no help. I mean, who is going to help Strowman? Doesn't exactly make a lot of friends around here, Braun Strowman. He's dealt with the Wyatt family in the past. He's used to this, you know, handicap situation. That experience is all Cesaro. Tried to hit that corkscrew uppercut. Just couldn't quite get the distance there. Not going to cost him too much, though, as he continues to fight here. To Strowman in the corner now. Braun Strowman hung up on the ropes. This is not good for Strowman. Oh, is the big man going to go off the top? He is! Braun Strowman off the top. Double axe handle now. Here's the cover. Can Cesaro kick out? He can. Well, Braun Strowman spent about 3 months dealing with the Wyatt family in a 3-on-1 situation on many occasions. So Braun Strowman used to the handicap environment. So I think that's why Strowman's been able to handle Cesaro and Sheamus to the best of his ability. I mean, yes, a backlash and a handicap match, 2-on-1. Strowman couldn't overcome it. Survivor Series, Braun Strowman again. Couldn't quite do it. But Braun Strowman, when it comes to one-on-one matches, he is so difficult to beat. He's beaten Bray Wyatt, he's beaten Luke Harper, he's beaten Rusev, he's even beaten Cesaro. He's beaten some terrific names. Now Cesaro hits the flying uppercut. And now the Swiss Superman lining up Strowman again. Looking to go for the sharpshooter. The move that has made Strowman tap. It made him tap at Survivor Series. Will he tap here tonight? Braun Strowman, nowhere to go. Those long arms close to the ropes, but this time Cesaro can't quite get the win. Braun Strowman using his power and outmuscles Cesaro. We've identified Braun Strowman. His major weakness is submissions. Obviously, being a bigger man, not the most technically gifted athlete on SmackDown, mainly uses his power to defeat his opponents. Well, if you can get a move like that sharpshooter applied, Braun Strowman doesn't really have many ways to get out of it other than his brute force and power, which we saw just then. Strowman has not been able to do that in recent times, and that's why Cesaro has made him tap. So Braun Strowman, if he gets worn down a little bit further in this match, if Cesaro can get that sharpshooter applied again, we may have ourselves a new champion. Certainly Cesaro has identified that sharpshooter as a major weakness to Strowman. And I think he's absolutely right. As now Strowman looking for a submission of his own, trying to make Cesaro pass out here. Just picking him up here, but Cesaro able to stop that elevation. And that's what's going to hurt you the most, that elevation. You can't really do a lot about it. And you get choked out, but Cesaro able to survive, but it's thrown around the ring by Strowman for his efforts. Braun Strowman with a win here tonight, as we said, would just get rid of Cesaro out of the championship picture. As now Cesaro gets another uppercut. Wants to remove Cesaro from the IC title picture. Cesaro getting ready, I think, for a WWE Championship opportunity. Certainly Edge has identified him as a potential contender. And now Strowman uppercut. Braun Strowman right hand. Cesaro trying to fight back. Cesaro's hit a few big moves, and he's going to go for it again. Looking to get the sharpshooter in one more time. Cesaro's got it locked in. Strowman in big trouble again. Can he outmuscle Cesaro? And he's trying, and he just gets underneath and able to force the break. Braun Strowman in big trouble though. Those legs being worn down. Cesaro clearly has a plan, and Strowman has one of his own. Running power slam, but the referee says you've got to break it up. Cesaro able to get his foot underneath the rope, forces the break, keeps the match alive. Braun Strowman's so exhausted, in so much pain, that he hit the running power slam and he just didn't really care where Cesaro was. He was just hoping and praying he could beat Cesaro. But a mistake by the champion cost him there. Strowman, the Intercontinental Champion, has held it for quite some time now. He's been champion 2 times. Been very, very good. Many believe, as we said, World Championship material, absolutely. But Strowman has a lot of work to do in the meantime. Strowman now driving Cesaro into the corner. Elbow there by Cesaro, and an STO takedown. And Cesaro has Strowman off his feet. That's exactly how Cesaro is going to want to try and tackle this big man. Keep him off his feet. Look to wear him down further and further, as we said. Clearly, the sharpshooter is the target. It's worked for him in the past. Will it work again here tonight? It's been close. Strowman's been able to power out. Sheamus hasn't got himself involved too much yet, just the one occasion. Right hand there by Strowman, back to Cesaro. Braun Strowman now has Cesaro up. Oh, you don't want to be here, Cesaro! Slam down! Strowman's beaten many men with that move. Is he going to go for it though? No, not going to try and put Cesaro away just yet. And Cesaro with a counter. Cesaro can just technically out-wrestle Braun Strowman every day of the week. And Cesaro is very powerful in his own right. Doesn't have the size of Braun Strowman, but certainly has the strength and the power to go along with his frame. And because of that, I think that's why Cesaro has been able to match up well with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's been able to throw Cesaro around, yes, but Cesaro has been willing and has been able to pick up Braun Strowman on occasion. And Braun Strowman not exactly used to that. Cesaro, spinning forearm there, connecting nicely. And going to drag him towards the middle of the ring. And the Swiss Superman working away on Strowman right now. Just trying to get his bearings a little bit here. Have a chance to recover. A chance to become an Intercontinental Champion once again. The title that he's held in the past. It's been a long time though for Cesaro. He'd love to be a champion again. Cesaro picked up, driven down. The knee into Cesaro. Braun Strowman now has got Cesaro. Attempted right hand, missed out. Braun Strowman trying to work away, trying to take down the Swiss Superman. Now that submission again. Nowhere to go, Cesaro. Can he fight out of it? And he's still got him in the air, just. Strowman with everything he's got left, trying to make Cesaro pass out. Well, has it worked? He's tossed Cesaro away. Cesaro's in trouble. Right hand by Strowman. Grabs him by the neck. Picks him up. Drops him down. Oh my goodness. He hung him up on the ropes. The cover. And oh, Cesaro just got the shoulder up. I don't think Braun Strowman had any energy left to do anything else. He just kind of dropped down into the cover there. Strowman trying to fire himself up here. He's not happy. He wants to put him away. Hasn't been able to do it yet, but Cesaro still feeling the effects of the submission. He's in trouble. And now Strowman went for the running power slam. Couldn't connect. Cesaro, some shots of his own. Trying to fight out of this onslaught. Big right hands and lefts there by the Swiss Superman. And now Cesaro going to try and put Strowman away himself maybe. Oh, taken down. Braun Strowman has a chance to put Cesaro away. Cesaro hanging on for dear life. Still has not really fully recovered after the combination earlier on from Braun Strowman. And now Strowman try and continue to wear him down. Wanted that running power slam earlier, couldn't get it. Braun Strowman now, he's going to go for it this time. He's got him. Running power slam. Cover. Foot's near the ropes, but not underneath, the referee says. Strowman gets the job done. Braun Strowman barely hangs on. Fighting Cesaro, nearly took that title from him here tonight. But Strowman, when there's no interferences, when there's no excuses, when there's fair play, Braun Strowman has been the better man. Braun Strowman now beats Cesaro, and after Cesaro has claimed himself to be the #1 contender, what does this mean? And hang on! Speaking of potential contenders for this man's championship, here he is! We didn't expect him to be here tonight. We thought next week. But Styles, AJ Styles is here tonight. He is your WWE champion. He's been hearing all the talk that Strowman and Cesaro will be the two men potentially to challenge him. Cesaro in particular. But now Strowman has beaten Cesaro, which could now make him the favorite to take on AJ next. Well, who the hell is it going to be? AJ Styles coming to the ring now. And he's going to slide in. Braun Strowman still has eyes on Cesaro. And Sheamus got the hell out of there after AJ was coming along. And straight away, AJ. How about that? Styles clash to Cesaro. And AJ Styles is fired up because he is not happy. Roman Reigns took him down at Survivor Series, and now he's got two men who want to take his title from him as well. AJ looks as though he is just focused tonight. Braun Strowman, he's not done. He's not finished with Cesaro. He's got him up, and a second big move to Cesaro. This time, it's the running power slam. Cesaro taken down. Braun Strowman helps out as well. And now, hang on. Oh, wait a second. Braun Strowman turns his attention to AJ. Strowman slams down AJ. And now lines him up. Well, when it comes to the WWE title, all bets are off. Strowman doesn't care who you are. He wants that championship. Now Strowman picks up Cesaro. Cesaro was trying to get back to his feet. And Strowman gonna drive him up and slam him down again. Hangs up Cesaro on the ropes in the process. Cesaro gets out of here. And it's been Braun Strowman's night. Strowman beats Cesaro. He lays out AJ. And I think he's made a statement. Put him in the match. Cesaro, AJ, and Strowman. Will we see it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. If we can hit 350 likes, that would be fantastic. TLC is coming away in a few weeks' time. Do not miss it. It is going to be big. The final pay-per-view of the calendar year here in Universe Mode as we get ready for the Royal Rumble season coming up soon. Well, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, for the current match card of TLC. Some matches have been announced over there, so check that one out. And of course, check out the forums, BrendenPlayz.com/forums. It's free to join, and you can stay in the discussion over there. And make sure you stay connected with BrendenPlayz by following me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz and the Facebook page BrendenPlayz as well. It will keep you up to date with all the news and updates about this channel. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next video.